Hello there, Rabbi. I see it's a dark and stormy night.
It just reminds me of the Proverb 11:29. Whoever brings ruin on their family will inherit the wind. Whoever troubles his own household will inherit the wind.
Are we talking on a personal level, Rabbi, or do you have a more general observation about things?
This verse has been cropping up almost every time I watch the news, listen to the news, read my news aggregator, almost anywhere I turn. I see that as a country and as individuals and our businesses, we're fighting with each other. We are troubling, we are ruining and destroying our own country, our own household by the extremes we're taking. Somebody says this and they won't give an inch. The other side says this and they won't give an inch, and there's no discussion. And united we stand, divided we fall. And I believe we're falling.
I can't disagree with that, given the state of things in the grocery store, on the checkout stand, at the gas pump, and just in general discourse on the news every day. There's always a protest going on, and people always seem so angry at one another about something or other. We've said this before many times. Is the solution just to stop fighting and listen to one another?
The the solution is to recognize that I'm not right and you're wrong. You're not right and I'm wrong, or any way you look at it, that we have a problem. We have an energy problem. Yet there are one group wants to use electric cars and electric vehicles, but what is charging? An electric vehicle has a battery. It doesn't produce electricity. What charges the battery in our electric cars? Fossil fuels. And so rather than thinking you're solving something, we need to look at each other and say, what are the sources of energy in our country? So we need coal, we need oil, we need wind, we need water. Why not acknowledge everything? And look at the violence and the shooting. The latest statement is shootings, killing, is the number one cause of death of our young people. How did we let that happen? That's an absurdity. So we need to stop and say, rather than saying, no, it's not happening, the statistics are lies, or the Surgeon General's a liar, or saying he's right, rather than taking the extremes, we need to say, this is a problem, let's address it. And maybe there's many different solutions. That's fine. But what's killing us, Joe, is everyone digging their heels in, supporting a political candidate at the extremes that they're going to solve when they can't solve it. We can only solve it if we agree the roof is leaking. And what different solutions do we have for fixing a leaky roof?
So you're saying reach across the aisles, Democrats and Republicans, or elect the Green Party as a good start to resolving all this. But what can we as individuals start to try and do? Because there's that level of change which some people hope for, and some, like myself, seriously doubt is going to happen anytime soon. And what I can do as a person walking down the street.
We have to control ourselves. We have to do a personal inventory and say extremism never has worked, never will work. Why am I taking an extreme position? So we have to come back to the self, not the other person, which is what I see always happening. Oh, it's them, it's them, it's them. No, it's not. It's the very fact that I believe I have the truth and I'm going to push for it. I'm going to support it when I'm becoming an extremist or I'm resorting to violence. And we see spouse abuse going up. That's just the same thing, abusing the ones we love. We're inheriting the wind by destroying and ruining our own houses. That's our families as well, Joe. So the answer, let's put aside the politics. The answer lies in each one of us turning inward and looking at our own religions, maybe doing a confession, but admitting to ourselves that it's not about right or wrong. It's not working. So what other approach do I have to help make it work, to make it better?
I know one approach that I would recommend to everyone, and that's listening to your advice, Rabbi. It seems always to soothe my troubled waters and cease the endless howling of oppression that I hear in the wind every day. Thank you as always.
And for those of us watching and listening, are your actions working? Meaning, are your actions getting to the goal you want, or is it just ruining the household and inheriting the wind?